Welcome back to the next session of index numbers. Here I am doing purchasing power of a rupee. These problems. So let me do first a couple of problems from my side. Then I'll go to the ICI additional question bank problems. Now, one more application, a real life application of index numbers is calculating the purchasing power of a rupee. Now, how to calculate purchasing power of a rupee? Purchasing power of a rupee is equal to 100 divided by index number of current year. 100 divided by index number of current year. This is the formula we have to use for calculation of purchasing power. Look at the question, sir. The consumer price index for a group of workers was 250 in 1994 with 1980 as the base year. With 1980 as the base year. Question number 1. Under this first part, calculate the purchasing power of a rupee in 1994 compared to 1980. Second point, at what value of consumer price index would the purchasing power of a rupee be 25 paise? This is my question. Okay. Now look at this, sir. First I have to calculate the purchasing power of a rupee. First part, purchasing power of a rupee is equal to 100 divided by 100 means unless otherwise stated index number of base is taken as 100. So for calculation of purchasing power, base year index is taken as 100 here because no information is given, divided by index number of current year. This is 250. 100 divided by 250. So this is 100 divided by 250. This is rupees 0.40. Now you have to take the economic interpretation of this one. What does it mean actually? What I calculated from this. Now how I can take the interpretation? An item which was available for 40 paisa. In the base year, now available for 1 rupee. 1 rupee. It means how many times its index price is raised? 40 paisa to 80 paisa means 100%. But it is 100 we have taken 40 paisa. So 250, index is raised to 250. So how can we take the interpretation of this one? An item which was available for 40 paisa in the base year, now available for 1 rupee. Now available for 1 rupee. Or any item which you are purchasing for 1 rupee now is its price was 40 paisa in base year. This way you have to take interpretation. Fine. One more time I am repeating this point to avoid any type of confusion. What is calculated by me? Purchasing power of a rupee I calculated, and it is obtained as 40 paisa. 40 paisa. It means an item which was available for 40 paisa in the base year, now available for 1 rupee. With that you can assess the purchasing capacity of a consumer. Okay. Next, second part of the question. At what value of consumer price index would the purchasing power of a rupee be 25 paisa? So index number is equal to 100 divided by purchasing power. So 100 divided by 0.25, 25 paisa. 100 divided by 0.25. 100 divided by 0.25. 400. 400. Fine. Now, based on this model, let us see the ICA question, that is 92. Question number 92. If the price index for the year, if the price index for April 19, no, if the price index for the year, say 1960 was 110.3 and price index for the year say 1950, B 98.4. Then purchasing power of money of 1950 will be in 1960 is 1950 is. Now look at this, sir. 1950 we have to take base year and 1960 as current year. So far all the problems of index numbers we solved in the same manner. But here in this question, in a reverse way they asked, what will be the purchasing power of 1950 will be in 1960. So he has taken 1960 as the base year. So purchasing power is equal to, what is the index of 1960? It is 110.3 When 1960 is taken as base year, 1950 will become current year. This is 98.4. 98.4. This is 110.3. 110.3 divided by 98.4. This is 1.12. 1.12. It is in rupees. So this is purchasing power of 1950 in 1960. But it is meaningless, sir. Anyway, it is given in the study material, so take out. 1960 should be the current year, 1950 should be the base year. Then I can calculate what is the purchasing power. Means how many times the price of this commodity is increased in current year with respect to base year. With that only we can assess what will be the purchasing capacity of ours. Okay. Look at the question number 93. Question number 93. Summation of P0 Q0. Summation of P0 Q0 1360. Summation of P1 Q0. Summation of P1 Q0 1900. Summation of P0 Q1 1344. Summation of P1 Q1 is equal to 1880. We have taken 1 as the suffix for current year, whereas in the ICA material N is taken as the suffix for current year. Both are one and the same. So you have to calculate price index number of last year. So summation of P1 Q0 by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. P1 Q0 1900. P0 Q0 1360 into 100. 1900 divided by 1360 is equal to into 100. 139.70. 139.70. Once again in the options 1.39 is printed. It is not multiplied with 100. Typing error only. Answer is 139.70. Okay, so far all the problems what we solved in index number are coming under the heading of fixed base index numbers or fixed base index numbers. Laspier's method, Pasch's method, Darvish-Bowley, Fisher, Marshall-Edwards, Walsh method, Kelly's method, simple aggregate, price relatives, all these are coming under the heading of fixed base index numbers. Now I am moving into chain based index numbers. So next heading, chain based index numbers. Chain based index numbers. Now in fixed base index numbers, base year is fixed. In chain based index numbers, base year is not fixed. When you are constructing the index numbers based on CBL, chain based method, previous year is taken as base year, means base year will change every time. So what is the process it is? Chain based method consists of computing a series of index numbers, a series of index numbers with the base year, with the preceding year as base year, with the preceding year as base year. This is the difference between FBI and CBI. FBI means fixed base index method. CBI means chain based index numbers. In chain based index numbers, we are taking preceding year as the base year. Second point, for CBI, that is for chain based index numbers, we need linker relatives which are obtained, which are calculated or obtained by using the formula, linker relative of ith period. Linker relative of ith period is equal to Pi divided by P of I minus 1 into 100. Pi divided by P of I minus 1 into 100. If I take I as 1, P1 by P0, P2 by P1, P3 by P2, P4 by P3, this way. With the preceding year as the base year, when you compute a series of index numbers, then it is called a chain based index number. Next, linker relatives are converted into chain relatives by using the formula CBI is equal to linker relative of current period into CBI of preceding period divided by 100. Chain based index numbers is equal to linker relative of current period into CBI, chain based index of preceding period divided by 100. This way you have to calculate CBI. I'll take a couple of problems here. Note down this. Now calculate CBI from the data. This is year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Price of the commodity. Price of a commodity are given 50 rupees, 60 rupees, 62, 65 and 70. Now first I need a linker relative dash 60 by 50 into 100, 62 by 60 into 100, 65 divided by 62 into 100, 70 divided by 65 into 100. Let us see these values. 60 divided by 50 into 100. This is 120. Next, 62 divided by 60 into 100. 103.33. Next, 65 divided by 62 into 100, 104.83. 70 divided by 65 into 100, 107.69. Okay, link relatives are obtained. Now what is required? CBI, change based index numbers. Remember this as a rule. CBI of first year is always taken as 100. CBI of first year is always taken as 100. So this is 100. Next, 120 into 100 by 100. Link relative of current period into CBI of preceding period divided by 100. This is 120. 103.33 into 120 divided by 100. 103.33 into 120 divided by 100. 123.99. So you can approximate to 124. Next, 104.83 into 124 by 100. 104.83 into 124 is equal to divided by 100. 129.98. You can also approximate this to 130. Next, 107.69 into 130 divided by 100. 107.69 into 130 is equal to divided by 100. 139.997 approximated to 140. This way, change-based index numbers can be calculated when price of a commodity in different years are given. After doing these calculations, what will I do, sir? You may get a red out. Now we have nothing to do with this. Prices are given. They asked you to calculate change-based index numbers. Suppose if the same question is given in the exam, these are available as options. Option A, option B, option C, option D. Now you compare your calculated values with options. With one of those options, with one of these options, your answer will coincide, means your calculations will coincide. That option you have to select, that's all. They want to test whether you know how to calculate CBI or not. On a rough paper, that is, some space is available on the question paper, don't worry. So you have calculated and values are available. You can compare your calculated values with options. Your calculated values may coincide with any one of these options. Otherwise, anyway, none of this is my answer, finally. Okay. So this is what price is given. Suppose price is not given. Link relatives are provided straight away. Then how can we do that? I'll take up in the next problem. Okay. Note down. Look at the 87th question of ICI AQB. Year 1992, 1993. There is a print mistake. It is 1994. Instead of that, print it as 95. 1995, 1996. Link relatives are given. Link relatives are given 100, 103, 105, 112, 108. Calculate chain base index numbers. Calculate chain base index numbers. CBI. We know the CBI for first year is always taken as 100. CBI for first year is always taken as 100. Next, 103 into 100 divided by 100, 103. 105 into 103 divided by 100. This is 105 into 103 is equal to divided by 100. This is 108.15. 112 into 108.15 divided by 100. 112 into 108.15 is equal to divided by 100. 121.128. 108 into 121.128 divided by 100 into 108 is equal to divided by 100. 130.81. 130.81. Now every one of you have ICA material. Compare your calculations are coinciding with which option. Your values are coinciding with option B. Of course, first value 100 is not given in the options. Don't get any confusion. 103, 108.15 this way it is given. Why first value is not given? You have to take it as 100, whether given or not. So remaining 4 values are given. Look at your option B in the ICA material and your calculations. Both are one and the same. This way a CBI question may be asked. Over. Let's see. Next model problems which are based on the definition of index numbers. Definition of index numbers. Now question number 16, additional question bank. What is given in the question? If the index number of prices at a place in the year 1994 is 250 with 1984 as the base year, then price has increased on an average. Okay, this is year, index number, change. This were 3 columns. Base year is equal to 1984. This is base year. Index of base year is not given, so we have to take it as 100. Now current year 1994. Index number of current year is given. How much it is? 250. 250. So change you can calculate. Change you can calculate. Current year index minus base year index 150. So the price of this commodity is increased by 150%. The price of this commodity is increased by 150%. It is an upward trend. Now look at the question number 15. Change is given 125. Don't worry, 1.25 printed, it is 125. Index of base year, always you have to take 100. Index of base year. Index of base year, you have to take 100. So this one I read this way. One line only. Base year, current year change. This way I convert. Change is given 125. Base year is 100. Base year is 100. When I add these two figures, because it is given increased means upward trend. Change plus base year index is equal to current year index. It is 220. It is 220. Next, look at the 17th question. This is 15. 17th question. If the prices of all commodities in a place have decreased by 35%, change is given. 35% downward trend. 100 is the index number of base year. Because no information is given about the index of base year. 100 minus 35, 65. 100 minus 35, 65. Next. Look at the question number 45. Base year, current year change. 45. The price level of a country in a certain year has increased 25%. Change is given 25% upward trend. Base year is 100. So this is 125. Just add these two values. Question number 46. This I missed, I am doing here. The index number in wholesale prices is 152 for August 1999 compared to August 1998. So you have to calculate the change. Base year 100, current year is 152, change is 52% upward trend. Change is equal to 52% upward trend. Question number 43, 45 over 46. Question number 46. The index number of prices at a place in the year 1998 is 355 with 1991 as base year. So what is given? 355 is the index for current year. Base year index is 100. Unless otherwise stated, therefore 255% increase upward trend. 255% upward trend. Next, 47 and 15, one and the same. Change is given 125 times. Increase upward trend. Base year index is 100, current year index is 225. Current year index is 225. Now look at the question number 48. Question number 48. Current year index is given as a 280. Base year is 100. So 180% upward trend. 180% upward trend. Okay. So with this, one more category of problems on index numbers are over. That is the problems which are based on the definitions. So what is the last concept left over? That is problems based on consistency, tests of adequacy. Okay, tests of adequacy. So next I am moving to that concept, tests of adequacy. Where it is given in your study material, it's purely theoretical question. No practical problem is involved in this. Where it is given, sir? Page number 19.12. Page number 19.12. Test of adequacy. Test of adequacy. It is given in the page number 19.12. Test of adequacy. What does it mean actually? We have simple aggregate method. Under weighted aggregate method, we have Laspier's method, Paasche's method, Bowley's method, Fisher's method, Marshall-Edgeworth method, Kelly's method, Walsh method. Next, when I go to price relative, simple arithmetic mean, weighted arithmetic mean, simple geometric mean, weighted geometric mean. This way, I have a list of formulae. Now, out of this, which one is the most reliable formula to apply? That is what? Test of adequacy. Test of adequacy. Test of adequacy. Test of adequacy. Purely theoretical questions, don't worry, no practical problem you will get on this one. There are 4 tests defined for this. First one is unit test. Second one is a time reversal test. Time reversal test. Third one is a factor reversal test. Factor reversal test. Finally, we have circular test. Circular test. Time reversal test, factor reversal test, circular test. First, we will discuss this one after another. Look at this, what is meant by time reversal test. Let us see, we have a group of commodities. Base year is 2017. Current year is 2018. Base year is 2017. Current year is 2018. So in the base year P0, Q0, P1, Q1 are given to us for this group of commodities. I can calculate index number P01. Let us see by using Laspier's formula. This is summation of P1 Q0 by summation of P0 Q0. That's all. When you are verifying time reversal test, factor reversal test or circular test, we have to ignore 100 factor. We have to ignore 100 factor. Now look at this. I calculated the index number taking time period in forward direction. Forward direction means 2017 is taken as base year. 2018 is taken as current year. Now let us see, this formula will work when I do the calculations in backward direction. I'll see whether this formula will work out in backward direction. What does it mean actually? Take 2018 as base year, 2017 as current year. Interchange base year as current year and current year as base year. Again you calculate index number. You have interchanged current year as base year and base year as current year. So here also you have to change the suffix. 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0. Notice this point carefully. So in the formula also 1 will become 0, 0 will become 1. This way, Laspier's value I calculated in forward direction as well as in backward direction. After that, what will I do? I will multiply these two values. If P01 of L into P10 of L is equal to 1, If P01 of L into P10 of L is equal to 1, then price index number of last P are satisfied. Time reversal test means this particular formula is working in both the directions. It is immaterial which year is taken as base year and which year is taken as current year. That is the meaning of time reversal test. Now let us multiply here, sir. P01 of L, P01 of P. Summation of P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0 into summation of P0 Q1 divided by summation of P1 Q1. This is not equal to 1. You cannot cancel. Even though they are numerical numbers, difference is there. It is P1 Q0, P1 Q0, its value you cannot cancel. So from these calculations, what can I say? What can I say? Last year's method. Last year's method do not satisfy time reversal test. Time reversal test. Okay. So then which formula will satisfy? Then for Paschy, for Darvish-Bowley, Marshall-Edgeworth, or whatever may be the list of formula I have, for every formula I have to verify. If it is a descriptive mode, definitely I'll get a numerical problem based on this one. Since ours is an objective mode, we don't get any practical problem on this one. Fine. Rest of the story I'll take up in the next session. Thank you.